What does Barack Obama, Jay-Z, and Chris Rock, and Denzel Washington all have in common? Well, our next guest can flawlessly impersonate all of them. He's a hilarious comedian and actor who's got a lot going on, and we just can't wait to chat with him all about it. Please welcome Jay Pharoah.
Hey,
What
what's
up,
going
Jay?
on, y'all?
Welcome to the show.
Finally!
Yeah,
I know.
I know. I've met Adrian in person. Lonnie, I don't know if I've met you. Garcia, I haven't met. But I'm so happy to be here with everybody.
But now
How are
you've
you
been
all doing?
blessed with the entire
Working with you
entree.
and
Here you
hanging out
go.
with you. You're
Yes,
awesome.
with my festive sweater on. Yes, with these colors.
Christmas
Yes.
holiday
We like
season.
it. We
Yes.
like it.
Now, Jay, one of the first things I talked to you about when I met you was how earlier this year you said that the LAPD falsely identified you as a potential suspect in a crime, and that after the incident, you now want to empower others. What is it that you want people to know about what happened to you and just in general what they can do?
Well, of course, if you don't know the situation, well, for those that don't know the situation, I was wrongfully detained April 26th of this year, and you know, I'm glad to be alive, and I'm glad that it didn't go left. But I really want people to know everything, the laws of the land, what the cops can, what they can't do, what they can say to you, what they, you have to be, to survive, you have to be knowledgeable. So I really want people to know that. And if you want to get people who are corrupt out of office, well, you have to know voting on the state level. You have to know every single constituent what's going on. So I want people to empower themselves with knowledge. Know the chief justices. Just know everybody in power, so you can make a change when the next voting when it comes time to vote again, and get those folks out if that's what you want to do. But
I love that you're bringing that up. I have to ask you, Jay, it's been 7 months since that confrontation. How have you dealt with it? Do you have any PTSD? Are you nervous when you go out jogging or walking around?
Of course. Well, it's funny. I have a treadmill on the way to the crib. I'll tell you that.
Do you?
That was such a scary video. Such a scary video.
I get it.
It really has turned my mind, like, when I'm running outside and cars come up to me on the side and they slow up, I kind of get nervous. I got to look around, make sure there's a stop sign there. You know what I mean? Like, hey, what are we slowing down for? I don't run out on the main road anymore. I stay within the neighborhoods, and I make sure I do what I got to do, then get right back. But, that's what we have to deal with. It's a reality. So like I said, I'm glad that I got out of that situation alive, and I had my noise canceling Bose headphones on. So if I wouldn't have seen that officer to the left of me, it would have been a totally different situation. So I'm just glad to be alive, and that I could be a catalyst for people to speak up if they have situations that go on, and just make people more aware of what's happening in America. Mm-hmm.
And Jay, it's just important for you to share your story, because a lot of people think that it doesn't happen to celebrities. It happens to all of us. So thank you for sharing your story. But we want to talk about you and your talent, because you are the king of impressions. How many impersonations can you do exactly? And what's your method for mastering an impression?
Well, I have over 200 impressions that I do, and which is wild.
200?
200 impressions. I'm psycho. You don't know? I'm crazy. You know what I mean? Look at me.
That's so dope.
The best guy.
One of these days you have to do one of us. One of these days you have to do one of us.
Please.
One, maybe four, maybe everybody gets it. Everybody
Yes. Wait, Jay, I just want to know,
as-
when you pick up an impression, like, what is the first thing you look to kind of nail it? Is it the voice? Is it the body? Is it the eyes? What is it exactly?
It's everything, It's I try to amplify those small things about a person that somebody wouldn't see. Like, with Denzel, it was his, it's all of that. It's like his lips, the way. So it's taking those small little ticks and amplifying them so much in me, it's just for the process. It's just full of submerging myself into the character. Like, and that's why I can freestyle as the person, whatever. Like, you know
Who's
what I mean?
your
If I start
favorite impression? Who's your favorite?
Yeah, I want to feel one right now.
Favorite impression? Listen, I'm going to be honest with y'all, okay? I don't have a favorite impression. I just like doing them. But I'm going to tell you this, the Eddie Murphy impression, man, I really like doing this because I seen somebody make a picture. They put it on the Instagram, and it made me look like Eddie Murphy. I say, wow, that looks like my baby picture.
Yo,
This is
yeah.
mind-blowing.
you are
That is
G.
so good.
And Jay,
Thank
I'm
you.
also sure that as a comedian, you get like a lot of unsolicited advice, right? So what is the worst
A lot
advice
of
you've
it.
ever gotten? Especially like from another comedian.
The worst advice I got from another comedian was probably to stop doing impressions. You ain't gonna get nowhere with them damn impressions. I was like, yeah.
That was a
all right.
hater. That was a hater.
Hater. You're right.
Here's the thing,
You're
though.
so right.
You know, as a comedian and just as a person who does impressions, it's observational comedy. That's exactly what it is.
Right.
You know, you're observing the person and you're bringing that to life. That's why it's funny. It's just like it's people that watch other folks. Like, if I'm doing a telemarketer and I'm doing that to a T, it's funny because you're like, oh, that's a telemarketer. That's how it is. So I don't think that.
Has anyone ever gotten upset with your impression? Anyone?
Yeah. It's been a couple of people been upset. You know,
Who?
Kanye West. He ain't really. You know, he really didn't.
I can see that.
Yeah, he doesn't. Some people
That's
don't
not
like
surprising.
mirrors. Some people don't like mirrors. You know what I mean? It's just,